Hi guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I just wanted to share some tags that I made for Iowa2308's tag swap. The theme was Winter Wonderland, and the colors that we had to use were blue, white, and silver. So first of all, my tag, just to kind of show you up close, is just kind of a winter scene in the city. And the reason I chose this is that a couple of years ago, some friends and I went to New York City around December time, so it was before Christmas. So it was about a group of 6 of us, and we're actually 7, and we had so much fun. It was a blast. You know, just seeing all the holiday decorations, and the weather was decent. There was beautiful snow and everything, but it was still nice out. It wasn't, you know, sometimes being in the city when it's nasty weather can be quite a hassle, but we had quite a fun time. And so that was what I was thinking of when I was thinking of what's my Winter Wonderland. So what I ended up doing is, now the buildings turned out a little bit differently than I had intended, and just to give you guys an idea of like how many different tags that I started and tried. Initially I was hoping to use some background paper, but you know, these are all my failed attempts at what I had originally envisioned. I've got lots of so things don't always turn out the way that you expect or want, but in the end I liked what I did. So the background paper, first of all, was just from the Basic Gray Manila basic set, and it's just the one that kind of has some white print on it, so you can barely see it on the actual tag background, but that was the tag base that I used, and then mounted it on some probably some thinner chipboard. But before I did that, I embossed it with the Sizzix Snowflakes embossing folder. I'm honestly not sure which set this is with. I want to say that it may have been with from like a Basic Gray set that came with like Sugar or something like that. But so that was the embossing folder I used. Then what I did first, was I took the flat surface and rubbed it with my Broken China Distress ink. So I just rubbed it over that, and then I went ahead and ran the tag piece itself through the cutting folder so that the ink would just hit on the non-embossed or non-raised surface. So, and then after that, you can barely tell, but I did use a little bit of the picket fence distress stain, and I just rubbed like very lightly over the snowflakes themselves. It's hard to see, but I really like this. This is the first time I used it, and I actually, on some of my other tags, I tried using it a little bit, and I know I'm gonna get more of this because I know it's a project that I will use. So the next thing that I did was, and this was I almost broke my vagabond doing this because I didn't have the right shim to do a quick cuts folder, but this is something that I quick cuts cookie cutter die. Tried to run it with my own concoction through my vagabond. Don't do that. It got stuck. It was my own frustration and trying to get it done, and knowing that I did it over the New Year's weekend, and I was just desperately trying to get these tags done because work has been crazy. I knew I wouldn't have time after that. So anyway, I ended up cutting this out, and I cut it out on black chipboard, and that may be kind of where my gray looks really black here. But so I ran it through on like a gray lightweight, or a black lightweight chipboard, and I just cut out a portion of it, and then I embossed it like 3 or 4 times with my Lindy's Moonglow 2-toned embossing powder in Queen of Sheba. And I like this embossing powder. I just think if I had done it on, if I had maybe done it on my white cardstock instead, it may have been a little bit lighter gray, which is what I was going for. But you know, I started doing it, and I thought I had already had so many. I ended up cutting these out with my Cuttlebug, but obviously I didn't have the full platform to do it, so it was a little bit of a hassle to get them cut out, so I didn't want to start all over. And then I kind of did the edges of it. Before I adhered the city to the tag itself, I put some paper on the back it's from the Mariposa collection. I really liked the blue and thought it went well with the broken china. And it's not real winter themed, but I liked the colors, and so I, adhered both the front and back to the lightweight chipboard, and then I did so much embossing I can't even tell you guys. I tried kind of embossing the edges with the Queen of Sheba silver too, and you can even tell up here that it is a lighter gray. And then after adhering the city scene, I stamped with I did not get this out. It's with my SP & Company stamp set that has kind of these snowy hills on it. You can kind of see, sorry for the glare, right here it has these snowy hills, so I used Versamark. Then I put heat and stick powder from Stampin' Up on it. I don't know if, sorry, my lighting is terrible. Heat and stick powder, and then on top of that I put some of my Stampin' Up like glitter, the white diamond dust on there. And then in the corner here I stamped, it was actually just to get this little lake shape, I stamped the edge of a heart stamp on there with Versamark, covered it with heat and stick powder, put on some Martha Stewart Blue Topaz glitter, and then after that I heat set that, I then added some crackle accents. This is a glossy, but I added the crackle accents to that. Sorry, I don't know if you can see, I don't think it's going to come up on film, but it kind of gave a little bit of a nice, crackled icy pond look. And then this I embossed with, I think it was pine needles, Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I used the stamp set that I got at Christmas, 50% off. So I used the top of these pine trees, which I really like. So that is the front of my tag. Again, sorry for all the glare. I did some white Stampin' Up white satin ribbon over the top. I put a couple little, I used up these rhinestone accents. Just put them in a couple of the snowflakes, and then again in the back I just used an MFT die and put all my information on, a few more things, and then I just put a little, nothing fancy here, but I thought it kind of added a little bit to the tag. And I had tried putting it over the front, and I just thought it got in the way. That was my intention, to have something up here, but I kind of like it in the back a little bit better. So anyway, I'm hoping that everyone likes my tags. They were more work than I anticipated, I think mostly because I just trial and error. What I envisioned didn't quite turn out, and so it was a good experience. So I learned a lot about my abilities on some things. So anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll be mailing these out to Susan this week so that I can get them to her by the 15th. Thanks for stopping by. I'm hoping to do a couple more videos here tonight and get these loaded. Thanks guys. Bye.